What's going on, Reefy? Just getting this set up here. Don't need that. There we go. There we go. That's better. Oh, now I lost the things. That's good enough. That's good enough. Tanner will be on here in a minute. Why is this not? Yeah. Tardy. I've been waiting for the broke ass Corolla. Hey, he's on his way. We're gonna talk about his broke ass Corolla. He'll give us the full update on everything that's happening as soon as he pops in here. Reefy, that's good, man. Hosting a meet, it can be fun. Oh, man. My wife is having some daughter problems. Oh, goodness. What's going on, Kelsey? JW, hello, hello. Just give us a few minutes, just waiting on Tanner to pop in here, and I'm going to talk shit about his Corolla while I handle some family business here. It's a little late. It's a little late for this, for a live stream here on Sunday, but it's just been that kind of weekend, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's the Smeedia. Next meet, July 19. Very cool, man. Should be fun. Then Subi Fest in August. Yeah, hopefully I'm still coming out there. I gotta confirm if that's even possible. Let me see. Let me see. I may need to step away, but I'm gonna let Tanner pop in here before I have to step away. Put my headset on.
Hello.
Hey, where's you at?
Do you like my ceiling?
It's very nice. It's nice.
Was it? Is it? Sorry, my Uber Eats just got dropped
That's
off.
what the Essence Media stands for.
My food just got delivered.
Let me get us full screen. Here we go.
Need a plate. I'm grabbing a plate.
JD Muscle? No, I don't think JD Muscle said that. If anything, it'll be Aeroflow will probably be the ones that'll bring me out. Maybe. We'll see. Actually, I need to talk to them before I just go around saying that.
It's like a casual Tuesday.
Maybe for you, it's like a.
Bro, I got brown sugar mozzarella bread.
I don't know, man.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
What do you not know?
Sugar.
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar. JW, thanks to your boys at Ecotech. Dude, you know what? I came in and Misha did tell me, he's like, yeah, some guy put your channel called for a flex fuel kit. And I was like, what? I didn't even know about it. I think I was like out of the office, or I think I was off that day, or I took off that day. Give me 1 second. I gotta go make a phone call real quick, like.
That's fine. Everyone can just watch me eat. It's like a Mustang now.
Yeah, Alexander says, why does he break all his cars? Maybe you can talk about that. Give me like 2 seconds. I gotta go make a phone call real
I'm
quick.
gonna sit here and talk about mukbanging.
What? In your weird sugar bread? Oh,
Dude,
my
it's not
goodness.
weird.
Oh, this is
Oasis left me,
unprofessional.
everybody. It's just me now. We're going to be reviewing this brown sugar mozzarella bread from The Rock Wood Fire Pizza. If you have one near you, I highly suggest it. It's pretty tasty. Wow. I give this an 8 out of 10. Food reviews with Tanner. Who didn't love this? It's so awkward now that Oasis left me. You can pause this straight. I'm just here eating bread.
You left.
Oasis had to go make a phone call. So I'm eating bread with 12 people watching me. It was 17, now it's 12. Nobody cares about my bread. That's okay. Bro, I don't even see your emails come through, to be honest, Rafi. I think I've seen one. One bite. Everyone knows the rules. Is that the rule of mukbang? You only take one bite? I paid for the whole bread. I'm eating the whole bread. I'm eating the whole bread. Is that actually a rule with food reviews? You can only have one bite?
I don't know.
Is that how it goes? This is why I don't review food. I would highly suggest so. It's unhealthy to not chew your food enough. I think you're supposed to chew, what, 17 times?
I think it's way more than that.
No!
Way more than that.
How many times? How many times am I supposed to chew my
I think
food?
it's like 30 or something.
30? You're trying to tell me I'm supposed to chew my food 30 times before I swallow it? How many times to chew food? 32 times? They want you to chew your food 32 times. Absolutely. I think I maybe chew like 7 or 8. What's the difference? What's the difference if you chew your food 7 or 8 times or 32 times? Personal preference. Some studies suggest that chewing more thoroughly, e.g. 40 times, can reduce hunger and food intake. How is me chewing my food more going to reduce hunger?
Just breaking it down first.
That just doesn't make sense to me. I see Oasis microphone
Oh
moving.
my goodness. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. So, Grandma was watching my daughter tonight, and so my wife is actually spending the night there as well. And apparently, neither of them are asleep. And she's like, "Oh, she's being terrible. I'm coming home." And I tried calling her, and I got nothing.
Do you need to go over to Grandma's?
Nope. I mean, then they were like, "Well, we're just coming home." So I was trying to call them to, like, maybe I could talk to my daughter for a minute, and now they're all fighting over there.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to be in the middle of any of it.
Wait, do you know how many times you're supposed to chew your food before you swallow?
1.
Like, actually, do you know?
No. Is there an actual number?
32.
I don't think I'd do that.
See?
I
don't think anybody does that.
How many? Okay, you know what? Now we're gonna start counting.
To do a case swapped VAWRX. Personally, that is not up my alley. That is not something I would.
Let me catch up here. Airflow. Why does he break all his cars? Sweet and salty. Yeah. Watermelon. 1 bite. Everyone knows the rule.
Apparently, with food reviews, you're only supposed to take 1 bite. Only good food reviews are the gas station food reviews. Those are my favorite ones.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's. I guess they're coming home. I don't. This is really annoying.
I'd offer you a piece of my brown sugar mozz bread, but I think by the time I got over there, it might be a little cold. How did you know that, Alexander? How do you know how many times you're supposed to chew your food?
I think that's how many times Alexander chooses his food.
32
it's his own number. Is that the actual number?
Yes.
How many times?
Some studies suggest chewing up to 40 times.
How many times are you supposed to? Oh, here we go. Okay, here's one. Do you know how many times you're supposed to poop?
I don't know what the actual number is. I can tell you I poop roughly like 3 times a day.
You really poop 3 times a day?
You don't? Is that
No.
not normal?
I poop maybe twice.
Maybe I'm just a little above average.
The frequency of bowl movements, bowel movements varies from person to person, but generally pooping between 3 times a day and 3 times a week is considered normal. So, people that poop 3 times a week, what
3
the
times
hell
a
are you
week?
doing? I don't think you're doing enough if you're pooping 3 times a week. Wow, that's
I'd be concerned.
that is definitely.
I was thinking
Anyway,
medical
so welcome to the live stream. We've been off a couple of days. It's been a little hard to do things, especially for me lately. It's been every weekend has been a shit show. Just really busy.
You look really busy at waist.
You know, I thought everything was fine. You know, all day yesterday we were out of the house from like morning to night, and today we were out of the house from morning until just like I just got home, and it's really really annoying. I hate being out of the house all day, especially on the weekends, because then we just it's fun, but then you don't get anything done. Like Sundays are for cleaning, and we haven't cleaned anything, so now that's gonna have to go until next week because I'm not home.
Why are Sundays for cleaning? Out of every day of the week, Sundays are for cleaning.
Well, because Saturday we always have something going on. 4 or 5 days a week, I'm not home anymore, and by the time we get home and do dinner time and bedtime, it's like 8:30. You know, you can't run the vacuum, or I don't want to mop or do shit like that. Yeah, what I mean is like the regular tidying up the house type of stuff. So
I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
yeah, except I'm not picking up anything because it's still upstairs because I've just been so
I'm
damn
smelling
busy.
what just happened.
All right, so how's everybody doing tonight? It's been a while since we've all talked. That's why we're
Has it?
here. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been what, 3 weeks since our last live stream? I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. A lot has happened.
I think last week was a holiday.
Oh yeah, I guess it was, wasn't it? Easter. I don't observe any of that. So
Well, I'm not a big holiday person, but I guess it was a holiday.
wasn't a holiday for me.
What's new
Let
with
me
you, man?
see. A lot actually. A lot, and not a
Care
whole
to
lot.
share?
Yeah, I will share. When was the last one? 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that was when Joey came on and we talked about how the Prelude is gonna suck. At least
Oh yeah,
that's the
right.
title. A lot going on personally, but the most important thing was you blew up your Corolla.
I didn't blow it up.
The
It's not
Corolla,
blown up. It drives. I could go drive it right now if I want to.
but does it? So what exactly happened? What
So-
I?
I was tuning,
Mhm.
and we were doing data logs and whatnot, and I was driving home. So I just, just for funsies, I did a little baby pull in the car, and the car shut off
Mhm.
after doing the pull. Well, it didn't shut off immediately. It freaked out. I was like, something didn't feel right. So I you try giving it a little gas, feathering it, whatnot. Didn't feel right. Hit the throttle again. Car died. I had to push off the side of the road. I got my dog in the passenger seat. He's looking at me like, what the hell's going on? I'm pushing the car off the road. Now it doesn't build any boost till 4,000 RPM.
Is it still in that state right now?
Yeah, no
Okay.
boost till 4,000 RPM than all the boost.
Okay.
And lower than average oil pressure at idle and only
Mhm.
idle. So
Hmm.
I'm about 99% confident it's the turbo. Apparently, these cars are not supposed to have a ton of like turbo flutter
Hmm.
with an aftermarket intake. Mine had a ton. So I
Hmm.
think it's a manufacturer defect with the blow off valve or the wastegate. And more so probably leaning towards the wastegate. But yeah, now I've got everything to build it. I've got rods, pistons, cams, turbo, everything, fuel system.
This went from like, oh, it's just like a fun daily that I'm just gonna throw some mods on to
It'll
the
still
next
be a
build.
fun daily.
I look forward to seeing when it is all done. I've heard a lot of things about these when they're built up, but time will tell.
I mean, I figured if I'm taking the turbo out and I'm replacing it with an aftermarket turbo, might as well do everything else while
It's
it's
true.
out.
I mean, while you got the engine out, you might as well put it in the trunk.
See? Why not?
I'm just
Might
saying.
as well put it in your trunk.
Honestly, that's if you put it in my trunk, it will stay there forever.
Perfect.
It won't work, but it'll be in there.
Perfect.
He went over 85 miles per hour. Tanner blew up his Corolla, but not a Subaru. Well, I mean,
Those Subarus are blowing up for
blue
six
Subaru. Yeah,
Those are
blue
six-
blew up. Blue.
Well, no,
It blew up.
technically blue didn't blow up. It just bent every valve.
Oh, you're right. That's not blowing up.
It's not blowing up. It
That's
still
just
ran and drove. It's just as soon as you get above 40 psi, it would spray coolant everywhere.
smart disassembly. Fun news. Chris Borges just bought a VB as a daily, so that's interesting.
I liked his video title, buying the ugliest Subaru.
Yeah, except they're all ugly.
No, they're not.
Every single one of them is ugly. They're all ugly, and I'm happy to say that Subaru is embracing that and taking the rest of the
You're
fleet
trying to tell
back
me
to ugliness.
that a blob eye is ugly from the factory?
Yeah,
I disagree.
I'm not saying I don't love it, but I acknowledge the fact that it is not a traditional beauty.
I think they look great.
The best looking Subaru
No,
from
don't get
the
me wrong.
factory.
Don't get me wrong. I like Chris. I talked to Chris.
Uh-huh.
Super cool dude. I can foresee what's going to happen with the VB.
Mm-hmm.
You get big wheels,
Yeah.
get tilty wheels,
Yep.
and do FBO.
FBO, super camber, big wrap, big wing. Yeah.
I don't think big wing. I don't think he can do big wing.
Ooh, I think he's gonna do big wing.
I think he can do big wing.
You know what? Bet time. $5. He does big wing.
$100.
$5 he does big wing.
STI wing does not count as big wing.
No, I think he's gonna do a big wing.
Are you counting STI wing as a big wing?
No, like an actual, maybe like an APR or a 9 lives. Maybe not. I mean, we'll see. I think he's gonna go above the STI wing. That's my goal. That's what I think is gonna happen.
Yeah,
But
I'll
I
take
agree with
$5
everything else
bet.
you're saying.
I'll take your $5 bet.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's I want to put a big wing. I'm actually looking for somebody to swap trunks with, but because I don't want to have like the
You
wing.
want a big wing?
Mm-hmm. I do.
I
The
never
biggest.
foresaw you as a big winger.
I've always been. See, I don't like to advertise that much.
You
I
don't like to advertise your big wing?
I really don't, because then everybody starts getting wing envy.
To be honest, I still
I don't
think
wanna deal with
wing
that.
is the best option.
The ceiling of the VB is insane. What does that mean? The ceiling, like the actual VB ceiling, or how high they can tune?
$100 would be scary.
Yeah, bro, I don't care who the person is or what the bet is. I don't want to put $100 on anything.
Reefy, good night, guys. Tanner, check your emails.
Yeah, check your emails.
Reefy, your emails are probably in my spam folder.
Ooh.
I bet you if I look, I bet you they got forwarded to spam.
Is that what happened? When I sent you an email a long time ago, is that what happened?
Probably. You'd be surprised about how many
Yeah.
emails actually go to my spam that's not. Like, I'm talking with Kelford right now. Their email went straight to my spam folder. I didn't see
Well,
it for
they
like 2
should.
weeks.
Telford is doo-doo. We try to set up a dealer account with them, and their prices were higher than what I can just get on Turn 14. And I was like, what is the point? What the hell is the point of being a dealer for you guys?
What do you mean? Kelford is not on turn 14.
Now, who am I thinking of?
I don't know. Kelford's not on turn 14.
J.E.
though.
Pistons. It was
Oh.
not Kelford. It was J.E. Pistons.
I was going to say, why are you coming at Kelford, man?
I'm gonna come at everybody.
What's
All
up
right.
with Kelford, you do?
So, how is your RS going?
Right.
I haven't caught the last video that you just posted, which was I think like just a few hours ago.
It was a couple hours ago. I got a genuine P1 wing
Mm-hmm.
from ProDrive for the RS.
Wow.
Really hard to come by.
Used?
Huh?
You got a used or new?
Obviously used. They don't make them new. They made
Okay.
them 30 years ago.
You never know. ProDrive likes that money.
No.
They don't like that money.
One popped up local to me, so I went and picked that up.
Wow.
We got genuine P1 wing, and then I just got done doing all the dry sump lines for the car.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't like having you have a Subaru, you know. Actually, no, you don't.
Yeah, I actually don't know.
You've never had an EJ, so it's a little bit different for you because
But-
you've had all FAs. Well, it's different because on the FAs, when you go to do an external oil cooler, your oil filter's on top of the engine.
Yeah, okay.
So you don't have to experience trying to run oil lines on
Yes,
the bottom of the car.
that
by
is
the
correct.
exhaust manifold,
Mm-hmm.
and it's always a nightmare. So I did hard lines for all of that because
Mm-hmm.
I obviously I don't like fires, and I have a feeling, with some abuse, you get a super hot manifold, you get some rubber AM line, and fires happen.
Something's gonna burn.
So it's getting there. I gotta take it all apart tomorrow. Send everything out for Cerakote and whatnot. How about you? How's your STI swap going and your VB?
Sorry, there's still like 1,500 text messages from my wife. I don't know what the fuck she wants to do.
You're
They
fine.
should just come home and stop texting me. Just come home. So the SCI swap. First of all, thank you for that spacer. It was exactly what we needed. I think it's like maybe like an eighth of an inch off, but I mean
Did you
it's
guys
ready
get
to
all the
swing.
hardware and everything to work? 'Cause I
Yeah.
know you mentioned that there was an issue with that.
Yeah, because when you look at the picture, it was missing some washers.
Yeah.
So, but then I was like, is it really necessary? And so then we ended up just putting it on. It's great. Everything else actually on it was pretty easy. Well, I mean, I didn't do it, so of course it was really easy. But everything went in just the way that it was expected. There are still people that are talking smack about like the axles being too short on full lock, but we've tested it multiple times at full lock, and there's been no noise, the axles aren't popping out, nothing seems to be going wrong. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see. The last thing that we need to do is we are swapping the brake pads out because we're still just using the OEM brake pads that came with like the swap kit. We just didn't get our new ones yet. And this week it's going to be on the dyno. So, and we actually also have a flex fuel kit coming for it as well. I'm pretty sure. So we're going to be doing both 93 and ethanol tune. So it's going to be really interesting. I look forward to seeing what it does. It's got the 54 XR on it, big power.
Yo, you gonna fix that orange peel while you're at it, Tanner? Yeah, I'm repainting the entire car. The whole Subaru is getting repainted.
No, you just make it all orange. Just make it orange.
If you paint a car orange and it has orange peel, is that acceptable? I would deem that as acceptable. Tell people it's made after the fruit.
I have a buddy of mine who has an Elantra N, and it's silver, except the hood and the front fenders are orange.
Why?
I think he was in the process of wrapping it, and then just stopped. Honestly, I have no idea. I don't really know, but I mean, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all. Okay, there's a couple of things I wanted, like legit things I wanted to talk about because I want to know your opinion.
I'm just enjoying some bread, man.
You're not allowed to.
It's too late.
There's been a few new cars in the Subaru lineup.
They're all awful.
Well, I actually saw a Forester on the road, and when I see it in person, I actually didn't. I didn't mind
terrible.
it. I didn't mind it. It was rolling down the road, and I was like, you know what? That's not bad. We got. Let's see.
What about the Trail Seeker?
Honest opinions. I actually like the way it looks.
Terrible car.
You know what? It probably is. I'm gonna try to drive one, but it looks pretty good.
All right, Mr. Oasis, explain to me, why would you make an overlanding or off-roading vehicle EV? What happens when you run out of battery?
Well, here's the thing. They make wilderness cars, and most of these people don't really go into the wilderness.
Wilderness cars run on gas.
True.
I've seen some of them out in the mountains, and guess what? They have jerry cans.
The idea is to don't seek the trails that are too far from your house. You need to seek the trails
down
the street. I don't think people are gonna. That's the thing. I don't really think people are gonna buy it for that because, like, I see Rivians try to do shit like that. I see these EV Hummers try to go out there, but I don't think they're going like 400 miles out there.
Call it your A to B commuter car then.
But it's that outdoor life. Maybe this will be the first time somebody seeks a trail and says, wow, this is really amazing. Now I want to go buy something else.
Jerry can battery packs, portable solar panel. How long would it take to charge a car off a portable solar panel?
Let's see. How long does it take to charge an EV solar panel? Let's see. Let's find out. Maybe they sell ones specifically. Several hours to even a week or more, depending on the size of the EV battery.
Stuck out in the woods for a week waiting for your battery to charge.
That's called camping, Tanner. They're camping. Can you charge your EV using portable solar panels? Yes, but to do it in a meaningful way, you need far more panels than you might expect.
Okay, so that's what we're talking about. Portable solar.
Yeah, portable solar panels, but you would still need a whole lot. Let's see. Does anybody? Oh, wow. A lot. Like this guy. Let's see how many he's got. Power used in Africa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's got like 48 panels lined up on the
Get 'em.
floor. So I mean, I would assume that he carries them with him everywhere he goes. Yeah,
But
it's
did it
not
work?
practical. Oh, it worked. He got it, but I mean, every night he was charging his car. 1,400-watt solar roof that stretches the entire length of the van that charges the battery pack throughout the day, offering up to 20 miles of added driving range per day.
That's called stranded, not
Yeah.
camping.
They got to start somewhere, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, stranded. They're starting stranded.
It's this whole EV conversation. Every time it comes up, it's always there's always
I have
like,
no issues.
oh, that's
with
cool,
EVs
but
and A to B cars, no issue. But as an off-road vehicle, absolutely not. They have no place as off-road vehicles, Mr. Weiss.
Okay. So let's take that a step further.
Okay.
We see tons of actual purpose-built all-wheel drive or like four-wheel drive cars and these real
Get a Tacoma. It's the
trail.
greatest one.
Okay, so that's what I was going to talk about. You see these videos of people that are driving, Outbacks and Crosstreks up on the rocks and trails. Do those cars belong there? Regardless of whether it's EV or gasoline.
Absolutely.
Think so?
Why would they not?
CVT and all?
Absolutely. But if you get stuck, you better have a way to get yourself out.
Dude, I will say it is crazy that the first EV that they build like that is. I mean, it's gonna be somewhat quick, so that's cool. So at least they didn't build another EV,
Any
and it was
EV
like
is quick.
Well,
it's not something special to say a certain EV
no,
is quick.
I don't
EVs
believe
are
that that's
quick.
true because there are some EVs that are not quick.
Like what?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
You don't even have
Slowest-
something ready for it.
Because this just like popped into my head. Here we go. 2024 electric car listed by 0 to 60 quickest to slowest. Let me scroll to the very bottom
What's
of
the
this
slowest?
list. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about what is the fastest. The fastest is, oh my god, this ads. A 2024 Lucid Air Sapphire with 20-inch wheels,
Okay.
1.89 seconds. That's
Not
pretty
bad.
quick. And it's got a range of 420, so it's actually not terrible.
Is that the fastest or the slowest?
That's the fastest. That's
I thought that was the
$250,000.
slowest. I was about to say, are you kidding me?
Oh, dude. Okay, now here's the slowest. The slowest 0 to 60 is 8.8 seconds. And that is the 2024 Kia EV9. That's a 6-seater. And somehow it's rear-wheel drive. That's
That's a
slow.
big car.
That's pretty slow. But I guess for a big... Okay, you know what? I've never even seen that. Kia
It's like a fully
EV9.
loaded SUV.
Damn, bro. And it's still hitting 0 to 60 in 8.5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad. Nissan Leaf. Yeah, Nissan Leaf would be pretty slow. But I guess in the world of like proper EV... Well, I say there's not even such thing. Because, I mean, yeah, it is an EV. Yeah, it is an EV. Got rear-ended on the highway in my VB. Still waiting on insurance to get back to me. Oh, boy. If totaled, do I pick up a VA STI? I mean, yeah, buy it and then just start saving up for your new EJ.
Start saving up for the what?
For a new EJ. He's going to need a new engine, especially if it's a used one, because people don't take care of them.
I disagree. I disagree from a distance. Hang on, I'm washing my hands.
It's just how it is. Everything car
I
standard. Did you
disagree.
figure out what happened after the baby pull? That 3-cylinder is probably going to be a problem. Yeah, everything car standard did kind of explain that there are some issues going on with the
Any
turbo.
car that I touch that's not a Subaru breaks.
This is true. I will say
Porsche,
that has been your luck.
Volkswagen, Toyota, they'll break.
Well, I guess we never want you to get a car that's not
That's
a
right.
Subaru then.
My Corolla will be making around 500 wheel, and it'll put the gap on everyone. Everyone getting gapped by a 3-cylinder. Less than 2 liters getting gapped. Be great. Awaits the title of your video hurts me because I did not break the Corolla.
Well, technically, you did. You did that baby pull, and it went.
I genuinely
see.
think it's a. I think
Nissan
it's a
Leaf.
wastegate issue.
Leaf. I want to see the Nissan Leaf 0 to 60. Okay. What do you think? What do you think the Nissan Leaf 0 to 60 is? Okay, if you're in chat, take a guess. What do you think the 0 to 60 is on a Nissan Leaf?
I'm gonna say 5.3 seconds.
5.3 seconds. Okay. Wow, I'm actually surprised. It's not 5.3 seconds. That'd
Is it
be
faster?
would make me sad for my WRX. 14 seconds. Okay. That's on the high side. 5.5. You said 5.5?
I said 5.3.
3? Yeah, it's too low. 7.6.
No, it's faster.
No, it's not. It's not faster. It's higher than 5.3, but it's lower than 14. 10 seconds, 9.4 seconds, 7.6, 14.
5.4.
No, Alexander is like the closest. So there's two models. The base model does it in 7.5 seconds. It has an upgraded model that does it in 6.5.
Wow.
That puts it at the middle of the pack of all like these 200 EVs that they have on this list. Imagine you buy, like a Tesla and a Leaf blows past you.
I'm curious. Hang on. 0 to 60. 124 WRX. Damn.
It's like 6 seconds.
0 to 60 in a 2024 WRX. 5.8 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, let's just call it 6.
Corolla,
On a real,
4.9.
we call that 5 seconds.
When the turbo works.
Yeah. Autism knowledge. Yeah, you're so close. Yeah, imagine buying a 2024 WRX, or even having a STI and a Nissan Leaf just blows past you. Just
Yeah, and then it'll top out at 60 and you'll pass it at 60.
55. Well, the great thing is it's got such a low range, and you have an EJ, so you'll both be sitting on the side of the road together. And that's what we call community.
I've never killed an EJ. I don't know
When
you're doing.
when I say you, I mean the collective
There is
you
no
that is
royal
the
we
STI
Oh wait,
community.
there is no royal we.
I mean, this it's still an EV, so it kind of makes sense. But you're right, right? You floor it, it goes, and then boom, it's at maximum speed, whatever that is.
Mr. Sanchez, buy one that's stock, and then just do all the maintenance on it just to be safe. That's what I would do. Oil change,
my
filters,
God.
trans. If it's north of like 50K.
This is true. It's funny because like I go through the records to see how many WRX and STI owners have done their 60Ks with like 60K services at our shop, and it's like 3. People
People
hope
don't do 60Ks, man.
Yeah, but I hope that they're at least changing at minimum like transmission fluid, because I'll be honest, we have STIs that come in. We find out that they've never changed the spark plugs, they never changed the transmission fluid, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I just want to throw it on the dyno and make 500." And it's like,
Yeah.
wow, yeah.
What else would you want to do?
All right.
I just want to throw it on the dyno and make all the power.
Hey, feed your dog, bro.
She's chasing her butt.
Well,
Whenever
she
she
gets it.
after her dinner, she goes in the bedroom and chases her butt.
Does she ever get it?
Not yet.
Not yet.
She almost got it once. There's one time she almost got it.
What Doug B6 says, just swap the engine. What engine are we talking about? For what car?
Swap your FA24 for an EJ. Put God's engine in there.
I look forward to actually like finally building something. We have so many blocks, and it's time to start getting rid of blocks. I'm just gonna take a block and just build it for the first time with like all these used parts and shit, just to be able to learn. I think it's time.
Are you gonna test it, see if it runs?
Oh yeah, that's the goal, is to be able to find like just a piece of shit shell, build a piece of shit engine, and throw it in and see what happens. That's the only way I'm gonna learn.
It's gonna run and then you're gonna drive it. That's what's gonna happen.
Hey, you know what? I hope that the first engine I build actually runs and is drivable.
Why wouldn't it? The first engine I built is still going to this day.
Yeah, but like, your Smeedia. You're
I was
EJ. You're
still- it
EJ
was still our very
Jesus.
first engine I built.
I've watched our engine builder now build like 4 engines, and I still obviously there's like so many things I don't understand, so I need to just keep watching him.
How do
So
you not
two
understand?
JZ is God's engine. Is it though? Would you think 2JZ is God's engine?
No, EJ.
EJ's God's engine. Some people say some LS engine is God's engine.
LS.
I mean, people do swap LSs and everything. EJ Jesus. That's you.
Is
VB Jesus and EJ Jesus. But
No,
these
bro, you love your VBs.
I do. But it's because
What do you love about it?
honestly, I love the shape.
Give me 5 things. 5 things
Okay.
you specifically love.
I love the shape. I think the exterior is phenomenal. I
So
love
you
how
like VAs also then?
I did like VS. Yeah.
They're the same shape. If you took a silhouette of a VB and a silhouette of a VA,
dude,
mix
you
them
could
together,
tell. Oh my god, you could tell.
How would you tell?
Like
I'm
that?
talking side profile only.
If you're looking
silhouette.
at the side profile, the way that the bumpers on the front and the back, the way the lights actually angle, the way the hood angles is all different, and the way the trunk angles, because it's a more angular car. Like it's more hard edges.
So you're trying to tell
You know
me
what?
that you'd be
Let
able
me
to tell
see.
the difference?
Let me see if I could find let me see.
I want silhouettes.
This is gonna be really hard, dude.
Distinguishable differences between either one.
Let's see. Okay.
VA and VB profile is very identical.
Okay, here we go. Here I got the VV. Here we go. Let me pull the VB. Here's the
I own
VB.
both, by the way. Look at that.
Mm.
Ant, can you go outside, close your eyes, and tell me which one is which? That's silly.
Let's see. Man, this is the closest I've got. Here, let me share my screen.
I don't think you're gonna find like true silhouettes.
No. But I got this. Look at that.
That's not a silhouette. I don't.
I know that's the best I got.
You can't
Oh, I
have
can't
any of the
zoom in.
distinguishing body lines. Like
It's
just a pure black silhouette.
yeah. Somebody's gonna have to make that for us.
Who's VBW? Who's buying this vector file?
Me. I made it and I'm selling it.
Is that yours?
No.
I was gonna say, who's spending $26 on that?
I hope somebody. I made it.
I'll go purchase one. Does that give me licensing rights to be able to use it?
It's mine. VB Jesus says no. Brand car silhouettes. It's a silhouette.
Mm.
Okay, so I like the shape. I like
Okay.
the interior design. I like the power. I think it's super cool that they have an engine that's really cool. I love the taillights. I'm a big fan of the taillights.
No, come on, no, I'm not talking about I like the taillights. I like how it looks. I want 5 distinguishing factors as to why you love the car.
I just told you. For me,
you can't say taillights and I like the way it looks.
Okay, all right. So fine.
Come on.
Okay. I love that I can mod it, and it makes great power, and it makes more power than my VA.
I love
really
my
like that.
Crown Victoria because I can modify it. No, I want VB specific. Why do you love the VB? What about the VB do you love?
You're gonna make me crack because now I'm gonna tell.
Don't give me a generalization like, oh, I love that I can modify it.
Well, not that I can modify it. I love how.
Modify it.
No, you didn't hear the rest of my sentence. I said I love that I can modify it more easily than my VA. My VA, I put an intake on it and I couldn't break 300, whereas my VB, I can't do that.
You can modify them the exact same. Power
But if you don't want
there.
to modify them that far, that's a nice feature. Yeah, but see, then I can't say the specific things.
I think these are BS answers.
Why? I mean, these are subjective answers, right? Like Alexander said, the cladding. I actually like the cladding a lot.
You know, I will say the cladding did grow on me over time when I had mine.
I love the new.
When I put the color matched flares on mine, I went back and I looked at them like I kind of miss the cladding now.
On blue, I think it's the color match actually. Well, if it's like properly color matched, I do think the fenders look good on the blue. Both blues.
Mm-hmm.
Every other car or every other color, the black just looks really good. I don't know. I guess they're all like just small subjective things. But I also like the VA. So for me, They had a lot of similarities, but the difference is obviously the way that it looked. The fact that it just was made more power than my VA. That made me happy.
I mean, you have more displacement,
Yeah.
so obviously you're gonna have more power.
I love the dash. I like the dash a lot more than I like the VA dash. I love how it's got like that center info, the information thingy in the middle. I thought that was really
I
cool.
didn't, but we talked about that.
Well, I never liked the triple the thing because like that's I have to look over here, whereas everything was right in front of me. I thought that was a much more intuitive way because I mean all the other cars I've ever driven.
What do you mean over here versus here?
You know, it had like the triple monitor.
Yeah.
Remember, it had like the triple monitor on the side, so I didn't really like the fact that there was all the way over there. And I like the fact that all that information is
like
now
that it's all
centered.
clustered?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
That's
I think it's also because I've owned, and I guess I don't know if that's fair to say because I don't know how many other non YouTube cars you own, but like almost all the cars I ever owned were modern cars. So I just got accustomed to
Before
whatever the
YouTube.
modern
I think
things.
I probably had like 40 other cars.
But
That's the funny thing is people think I go through cars all the time so frequently for YouTube. I've done it my entire life. Like on average, before YouTube, I would keep a car 6 months and then it would be gone. I'd have a different one.
But were they all older cars, or like did you have some newer cars, or some like more
Some
like
older. I mean,
current?
there were mainly Subarus
Mhm.
and Nissans, but yeah, I mean some older, some newer.
Ah, you just mentioned Nissan, and this reminded me. You know what? I'm going to show you exactly what it is. We had a Pulsar Sport Wagon. We have a Pulsar Sport Wagon in the shop right now. White.
A GTIR.
I don't know this car. I have never seen this car. It's
Pull up
got
a
flip
GTIR
lights.
and tell me if it's a GTIR.
It is amazing. No, it's not a
Yeah.
GTIR. GTIR was like it's got the flip lights. It's a Nissan Pulsar NX.
What was it, SR20?
Yeah, I think so. Oh my god, dude! It's in the shop right now. It is such an here. I'm gonna share it right now. There we go. Look at that. This is what we have in the shop right now.
Yeah.
They're so freaking cool, dude. I've never seen this car before in my life.
Really?
Yeah, and then we have a white one in the shop right now, and I'm gonna put a video together for it on Monday. And I can it's got T-top. It's got that little trunk thingy that opens up. And apparently, like it's modular, so you can take it off and put like other things on top.
Dude, let's go get GTIRs. You want to get a GTIR?
You know, so when I was looking up this car, I found what the GTIR was, and apparently it was like just the hottest shit that came out back in the day. And I started looking online to see like if I could afford one. They sell pretty high.
Are they expensive? They didn't used to be like crazy expensive.
Let's see, for sale. Let's see. They probably are.
Cars and Bids one.
Oh, which one is
See what
it?
it sold for at auction. Cars and Bids.
Oh boy, let's see.
Visit. This is like market value, not a dealer selling it at value.
16th. That's not bad.
I can't see it. It's stuck on the Google page.
Because it's okay. Because I see. Because it shares the specific. Let me do this. This way you can see all my porn stuff too. There we go.
Beautiful. How much to sell for?
Don't avoid information.
16.5?
Share screen. Ignore whatever.
That's not
16.5. That is actually not bad. The do they both have the SR20?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know.
I don't think the Pulsar was a turbo though, because it's like 117 horsepower.
Oh.
So that's pretty cool. But
2022 WRX is much better than 23 to 25. Why?
Yeah, that's an interesting statement.
Well, that's what Doug said in the comments. Why?
Yes, Doug. There's not much I know that has changed. I know the turn signal stick changed in 24. So 22 and 23 should be exactly the same in that regard.
Maybe it's because they don't have it. I don't know. I'm actually curious.
Oh, we found out that the holes for the transmission, for the shifter, is in 22 and 23, but the 24 doesn't have it. So that's a change that I noticed. You had that water line issue or whatever trying to take the J pipe off. That doesn't happen on the 22s. Yeah. So I wonder if that's a 23 plus thing.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, the eyesight. Okay. Yeah. Eyesight didn't actually come in until 24.
I didn't have eyesight in my 23.
Yeah, 24 plus has eyesight. Yeah, 24 plus has eyesight.
Do they?
Mhm.
What's wrong with eyesight? You know,
It's really nothing wrong with it.
speaking of which, I actually thought that this would bother me because the GR Corolla has Toyota's version of eyesight in it. I thought it was going to bother me when driving, and I actually love it. It's the weirdest thing because you can disable it all, but like it's got the because I don't think the WRX has it. Does WRX have like the radar cruise control, like active cruise
No,
control?
not the regular. Only eyesight models have it. The regular cruise control and all the other cars is just your box
Like
standard. turn
that's
off on.
actually such a nice function to
It
have if you're using the cars
adaptive
daily.
cruise control is
Like I was using it on the
fantastic.
Corolla a couple weeks ago when I was going down south and just turning on adaptive cruise control. You literally just sit there and steer, and it just does everything for you.
Yeah.
So like on long drives, if you're just like you just want to like chill and just drive,
Yeah.
I'll do it for you. Brakes and everything. I will say the one thing I don't like about adaptive cruise control and a manual transmission though is sometimes if you start coming down, you'll still need to shift to get it to the appropriate spot. But
yeah, but I mean that's like same thing as like regular.
yeah, I mean it's not a big deal.
I drive 100 miles a day. I would not mind having adaptive cruise control.
You drive 100 miles a day.
Yeah, it's 30 miles to my daughter's school from our house. It's 10 miles to my office, and then so I'm going back and forth, and I gotta go pick her up, and then take her to dance or take her to, gymnastics or whatever, which is an extra 10 miles off, and then by the time we come home, it's another 30 miles.
I
Every
drive
day?
20 miles. 20
Every
miles a
day.
day.
Sucks. I hate it. But we're thinking about selling our house and moving closer in.
I don't use cruise control. Doug, you have never driven across the country if you do not use cruise control.
Yeah, bro. I
I
put
don't
like
care what people say. Doing incredibly long road trips, cruise control it's clutch. I have driven from Louisiana to Washington multiple times, and dude, for 40 hours when you're driving, if you're not using cruise control, I don't know what you're doing.
yeah. See,
Like,
that's
you
the
can-
thing,
you
Doug.
can
I don't.
do it, but
I'm on highways all the time. Every
Yeah.
day I live on the highways. It would be crazy driving 90, 100 miles on back roads. Unless they're fast back roads, then that's fine. But it sucks. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Yeah, bite him. Bite that Corolla lover.
dude, she loves the Corolla.
Wow.
Wanna see
You need a
something
mochi
magical?
cam. Yeah.
Mochi,
Ugh.
can I touch your butt? She's a character.
Oh my goodness. I drove from Georgia to Ohio back without cruise control. It's not that bad. It really isn't. It's not like the worst thing in the world because like all my first cars didn't have cruise control. Well,
No.
only one of my first cars didn't have it. But it's nice. It is very comfortable to just, especially when you have an open road.
What are we doing?
There's no people on the road. Just put on cruise control and chill. Like it's just so much better.
Are you calm now? Thank you.
Sniff him.
Very
Sniff
nice.
his face. Sniff him back. What's going on, Joey?
She's crazy.
Ugh, I do
Joey,
need to
the
move.
lie?
I do need to move. It's the plan wasn't to actually live here. The plan was to live here for a few years, move so my daughter can go to school, but then COVID happened and then we just got a really good interest rate and we never moved.
Self-steering is pretty nice.
Dude, my wife's Volvo has it and it really is.
I'm terrified of cruise control. Why? Doug, what is your fear of cruise control, the manual transmission? You know, you can turn it off by pressing the clutch in or tapping the brake and cruise control turns off. It's not like it keeps going. Or you can just take it out of gear. I was just doing that to my Corgi. Dude, the Corgis love it. The Corgis are all about it. What?
Goodness.
She's staring at me from way over there now.
Terrified of cruise control on manual. I mean,
I don't understand why. You
That's-
push
yeah.
the clutch in to deactivate it. You tap the brake to deactivate it. You can hit the button to deactivate.
the
There's
second
so many ways to
and
deactivate.
even
it.
brake. It just all of those things. You touch, even you slightly
You
touch
take it
the
out of
brake.
gear, deactivates.
Yeah, you look at it, it deactivates. Like
Yeah.
it really is that. If anything, I find myself turning it back on more often than not because
Same.
people in Missouri don't know how to drive.
I learned to drive manual in 2022. It's cruise control is not it's not an issue. It's super easy on manuals. Like I said, you can deactivate it with the brake, the clutch, the button, or taking the car out of gear. I mean, there's
Well-
4 ways.
Excuse me, Kelsey. She brings up like self steering car. there's a time and place for everything. Excuse me. Oh, I'm dying. Yeah. Do you want your performance car to self-drive for you while you're on the track? No. You know, like Toyota Gazoo Racing actually put out this whole like self-drifting thing that they built, but I don't think they built it so people can be like, oh, let me buy this drift car, take it to a drift event, and then just like sit back and be like, oh yeah, this is very nice drifting. It was like a proof of concept, right? Personally,
Just to see if you could do it.
yeah, I love the fact that my wife's Volvo like fucking self drives. Like it is actually really intelligent. And when we're on the road and we're driving long distances, which we do often because I'm too cheap to buy airplane tickets, it's actually really nice. It does the slowing
Is it cheaper
down.
to drive and spend the money on fuel than to get plane tickets?
Oh, dude, yeah, some
Well, I guess
places.
if you're going with more than one person. And
Yeah,
you're paying
some
for them
places.
all,
Because then remember, we have to take like the baby seat. We have to take extra luggage. We can take, and now Southwest says they're not going to do like the two pieces of luggage anymore. Even so, they're changing. So all the cost is going up for all this bullshit. So we drive.
I mean, we're driving to Iowa in a couple of days, so I mean, I get it.
Oh, dude, that's right. What day is that again?
I think we leave on Wednesday or Thursday
Of
this coming week.
oh damn, I'm not gonna be able to do that. I was trying to see if I can make it out there, but I'm not gonna be able to. Oh,
Final-
you just drive down here. That's easy.
That's
5
very
and a half
far.
hours. Ah, not far at all.
How far?
5.5 hours.
Yeah, it's already a 40-hour drive.
Right. So now it's just 45. That's it.
That would be 90 because we still have to drive back.
Hey, that's on you, bro. What you do afterwards?
We're driving 40 hours and you're trying to tell me you can't drive 5?
I can't. I can't. I
Or
can't
VB
drive.
broken? Can't make the road trip?
Well, not yet. Although there are some really weird things that are happening now. I'm very confident it's the fact that I have not changed the transmission fluid, and I've beat the shit out of it for 62,000 miles now. Sometimes it doesn't want to go into third, fourth, fifth, or sixth.
It sounds like it's time to 6-speed swap.
Yeah. Thankfully, we have another 6-speed. I do not have the money for an STI swap anymore, so that's probably not going to happen anytime
I'll
soon.
give you
Which
one.
kind of sucks.
I'll give you one of my spares.
You know what? Why don't you? If you bring one, I'll come up to Iowa and pick it up.
Are you kidding me? I have to
Yeah.
lug a transmission halfway across the country.
Yeah. But I'm going to come that extra 5 hours. I'm meeting you halfway. How much? No, we like $500-600 to ship it.
A transmission?
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably ship it for 200.
Okay. Do you really have an STI transmission right now?
Yeah.
How much you want for it?
We'll talk about this later.
I'm gonna have to do some.
diff, axle. What do you need? What all do you
I'm
need?
gonna have to do some things. Actually, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure everything else I could probably source right here in the shop. Transmission. We actually even have a transmission, but it needs to be rebuilt. I just don't know who's.
Why don't you just rebuild it? Just buy the synchros and rebuild it. It's not that hard. It's actually not that hard.
It's not. It definitely isn't. But I don't know how to do it, and I don't know how much I can.
I
even
literally
buy it
have a
for.
video on it.
Oh, do you really have a video?
Yeah.
Well,
I've had to do it a couple times.
Maybe I will try to give it a shot.
It's not that difficult. I had Johnny Trans come over the first time, and he like showed me how to do it all.
Is Johnny Trans from?
He's in Oregon.
No.
No, Johnny
I'm thinking
Trans.
somebody else.
Johnny Trans is Johnny Trans.
Okay.
It's just Johnny Trans.
Rebuilding transmission. Why is how much power can you use? Refresh your old EJ.
It's not like a how-to video.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
a video. I would have
It's
to
just-
find it.
Okay, I that's what I was looking for. I just did this media.
No, I never made a how-to on it, which maybe I should on the next one.
Oh, you got some questions for you, or a question for somebody. Wait, tell me how to STI swap a VB. Your last video messed me up. I've got it. I said, no, it was so that video wasn't gonna be like a step by step. The thing is, like, if you watch any VA swap video, it's exactly the same. I mean, there's nothing different about the VB, other than the drive shaft was the only difference, and we got the spacer. Everything else was literally everything you have to do a VA swap. So any one of those videos will actually be relevant for this.
Wow.
How do you
Is
hang
that
the exhaust?
Speed I returned to talk with the messed up reverse synchro. Yeah, that was one of them. There was two. Matt had one. And then I had the one. It wasn't the Synchro, it was the gear. Pretty sure it was the gear. It might have been the Synchro. I don't remember.
Do you know who that is? That's a local guy in St. Louis.
Is it?
Yeah. I was like, damn,
I thought
how
you
did
were talking about the
Jeffrey?
6-speed I got.
Yeah, I was like,
I
he
got
got
a 6-speed with no reverse.
He dropped to 6 feet off. No, Jeffrey, I don't know this. So okay, we are actually supposed to be doing this.
Wait a
Really...
minute.
Okay,
How
all
many
right.
people are destroying reverse in these transmissions?
Everybody apparently. Hold on, I want to before I don't want to pass this up. Doug,
Okay, dude.
you said how do you hang the exhaust? What do you mean? Who's that a question to?
Jeffrey, I'm talking to a waste all of my own. See,
Yeah.
I just found it funny because I've gotten multiple 6-speeds with no reverse also. It
Who's-
seems way more common.
Is this a question to you?
I don't know. How do you hang the exhaust? I'm assuming that's you.
Maybe it's me? What part of the exhaust hanging did I leave out?
Oh, the J-pipe. You mentioned something about the J-pipe.
Yeah. Oh, because we just welded. He just took the bracket off the
Yeah, 'cause
VB
I watched your video.
transmission.
You mentioned something about the J-pipe.
Yeah, because they had already welded it later after the video, and so I'll actually take a picture of it and I'll show you. He just welded it on. I mean, it was the same
you were
bracket.
gonna put the picture in the video and you never did.
Yeah, I never got the picture because the car was on the floor, so I couldn't even get it up, which is a common problem.
Yeah.
There was a lack of a hanger, and so they unbolted the bracket from the VB transmission and then just like welded it onto the.
Why do you
VSA
need the
transmission.
bracket for the J-pipe?
So you got the 3 bolts up front that hold the J pipe, and there's nothing else holding the exhaust up except for the hanger, which is at the Y pipe basically.
That's fine.
It is not fine. That thing was.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen without that hanger?
Let me show you what this transmission looks like.
The VB one?
No, I'm sorry, not the transmission. The exhaust. It was hanging too much.
I did a J-pipe on mine. I know what you're talking about.
Right, but you didn't do it with an STI swap, so you didn't see how like droopy the exhaust is. You don't want that entire thing just hanging by the 3 bolts that are on the turbo.
It'll be fine.
No, it will not be fine. You need to fix that.
What would happen? Okay, so what would happen if you didn't put the hanger on?
I mean, those studs are already really, really bad.
Nothing is going to happen.
It doesn't hurt to be safe.
Do you know how many STIs I have worked on that do not have the transmission hanger?
I feel like
An ungodly amount. Guess what? All of the bolts on the turbo come out every time.
It's just not worth it. It's not worth taking the risk.
Okay, what if somebody wants to do an STI swap, but they don't have access to a welder, they don't know how to weld, or they don't know anybody who can weld?
Then they're gonna zip tie that sucker.
Yeah, let's put zip ties on a hot exhaust.
Because the thing is, the J pipe still has the little thing that the bolt is supposed to go through, so you can still find a way to make it work. But I guess people don't have to. Just like people that are running the drive shafts by just yanking on it and shoving it into the transmission tunnel, which also seems like a very bad thing to do.
Those don't have a yoke on them, so how are they yanking if there's no yoke?
So what it is it's not that you're yanking it. You have to yank the drive shaft carrier. That's the thing.
Stretching the carrier.
Yeah, you have to stretch the
That's a terrible idea.
I know, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's totally fine." And after we saw
until the rubber in the carrier bang rips and your drive shaft starts.
So this is why people don't like show this part of the video, I assume, because like it looks nasty. Here we go, Joey. All right, Joey, you did it too. So how did you do it?
Get Joey in here. Just get Joey in here. Joey, get in here.
Oh, because he did do it. All right, VB dance off. Is that what you said?
I said go put pants on.
VB dance off.
VB
dance off.
I have a VB dance off.
Yeah, send me that picture. I want to see. Wait, did you send it here? Let's see.
Momo, come here. Come here. Come here, baby Korg.
No, I can't deal with that.
Momo,
Whatever.
come here. Come here.
One time.
Being silently judged by a corgi right now.
Okay, while we're doing that, I want to talk non-cars.
Yogurt?
No, it's weird, but tell me more about this repo game.
Dude, how have you played it yet?
I've only watched videos on it.
It's so much fun, dude. We have been playing Repo every single night. Melanie and I have,
Yeah.
and dude, it's like the more you play it, obviously, the better you get. But like the first like couple days you play it, you have no idea what's going on. People are coming out of nowhere. It's dark. You're getting attacked. You're getting thrown around. You're getting kicked. You fall in a pit. You're trying to steal things and repossess it from other people. It's great.
What is okay? So what is the game itself? I know it's like a
You're a
co-op
little
horror
robot.
game.
You're a
Yeah.
little robot, and you can play with other people, and you go into these levels, and you have to meet a quota for how much you have to repossess from that level. So it's like TVs, cups, plates, money,
Okay, but
dude, all
repo
this stuff.
literally
So
the
you have to go
okay.
into these levels, go find these items, take them to an extraction point, and then the higher you go in levels, the more extraction points there are,
Mm-hmm.
and your quotas are going to get higher for how much you have to repossess. And then, but the twist is there's monsters in there also.
Okay.
But there's some that aren't really scary, like there's a little duck and like all this other stuff and whatnot. But there's like a floating head. There's like this he's called a robe, but he's like the Grim Reaper looking guy, but he runs around and screams at you. You gotta play it. Just play it.
So okay, so if the monsters touch you, what happens?
You die.
You die and you lose all your
Well,
stuff.
it depends. There's a little flying guy that looks like a sperm. It's called a spewer. He'll like attach to your face and he'll cause you to throw up everywhere. So like in first person view, you just have vomit.
Coming out. Okay.
And you can throw up on like teammates and whatnot, and it changes the sound of your voice. It's like a voice changer. Also.
So is 100% co-op? Because it sounds kind of like a modified extraction type game.
Kind of, but it's not. You can play solo.
Okay.
I've played it solo. It's a lot more difficult because if you die.
So maybe, because like people have been asking for like another Forza night. Maybe we have like a repo night.
We can have 6 players in a lobby.
That's fine. What do you guys think? Forza night or repo night? Let's do a poll. Where's the poll button? Start a poll.
I'm down for repo. You can go ham on repo.
What game should we stream?
Repo.
Repo.
Don't make me download Forza again, man. It'll take me a week.
It's true, probably would. Unless there's another game. No, I think those are too good. I'll. What does this do? Here we go. Let's see because I think it would be fun to have like an actual game night again. Because playing Forza was fun. That was a fun night. We had a good time with Forza. Come here. I got a friend too. Say hi. Say hi, George.
Oh, it's Mr.
Say hi, George. Over here. Right here. There you go. Right here.
I'm making eye contact with him.
George, over here. My finger's over here. Okay.
Smeedia, would you buy a Focus RS? You know, I almost bought one a couple years ago.
You don't want to be here? Get out.
I actually do like it.
Bye.
The only thing that stopped me from buying the Focus RS was the interior. I didn't like the interior of the Focus RS.
Gogurt, especially from what I've seen, it does look fun. I mean, yeah, I've only seen like clips of it. Yeah, Repo's winning. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll just get a bunch of
Repo's
people.
so much fun, I'm telling you.
Is it fun because it's new?
Yes.
Is it actually fun?
I have played this game almost every single night for the past 4 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of games, did you see they remastered Oblivion?
I have it. They did, and I have it, and it...
Have you played it yet?
Yeah, it's rough. It is rough. It's a stuttering mess.
It's not worth buying.
Not yet. Wait for the patches. And plus, it's if you have Game Pass, it's on Game Pass.
I don't.
And Game Pass is like $11, so I'm like,
I've seen
do that. Well, it is cracked, so...
I mean, I'm assuming it's no different than the original Oblivion when I played that.
They have made some changes, gameplay changes as well.
Yeah, you can't
have
punch
new
dead bodies anymore.
They have new quests. They have new weapons, new armors, stuff like that. But also, I actually never finished it, but I still have my original copy of Oblivion in the basement here somewhere.
You have your original save file?
But hell, I don't even know. You know what? I actually have my old original computer.
Oh, there you go. You actually might have the save file.
There is a hard drive in there, but none of that works. So I could probably... You know what? Now I kind of want to know. Look, I did this the other day. I was going through my old CD collection of like burnt CDs and stuff.
What's a CD?
Exactly, this stuff right here. Look, this is like my old backup of like Cinema 4D.
Frisbee?
Yeah, here's some old like MP3s and animations.
What?
Yeah, I have just so much stuff. Here is here's my copy of Pirates.
You pirated pirates. Wow.
I'll tell you, it's not Pirates of the Caribbean.
Wow.
Here's my
I
old.
remember it was fun. I remember speaking of pirating movies. When I remember like right before
Alleged.
I downloaded like 4 hard drives worth of movies for when I was deploying and whatnot, so I had
Yeah.
stuff to watch. And then I go overseas and I found out you can buy pirated movies, and it's
Yeah.
literally a dude in a theater with a camcorder.
Yep.
And you get like, he's like, shit. So some movies were actually
Some
bad.
were good. Yeah.
Some actually were bad. They were only $1 each.
That's when every time my uncle would go to Pakistan, I would have him buy me like PlayStation 2 games, and they'd be like $1.
Yeah.
You know, and so, but it's funny because in Pakistan it was called Game Station 2. You know, the knockoff version.
Yeah. That's funny.
It is funny. So maybe let's do that. Maybe we'll set up like a repo night, and
Dude,
have
a
some people
repo's
do
a
that.
blast. Repo 1.
I think it would be fun. It's nice for us to just like decompress away from car stuff. Like that's my favorite thing, especially these days.
Literally, it's all I do every single day.
Is just play.
Don't make.
I will do that. Yeah, he's a good kid. He's a good cat though. He's all right. Wow.
Anyways, I gotta jump off for the evening. I gotta cut it short.
All right, that sounds good. I mean, we got on late tonight anyway, so. But you know, it was nice to just for us to be able to just get on and have fun for a little bit. So
Okay,
we'll all cancel it. You know, we'll just shut it all down. Thank you everybody for joining.
Repo
for this.
next Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Let's do it. Repo next Sunday. I will get it this weekend.
We'll get on earlier so that way
Yeah.
we'll just have a general lobby and people can just join in.
Oh, we'll do. People can just hop on my Discord too. We can do that.
Yeah.
Just like we did Forza. So, if you want to play, come on next Sunday. Today did start a little late. So, anyway, we'll see you guys next time.